I stopped cleaning to teach my roommate a lesson. Am I the jerk? I've lived with my roommate Jenna for about a year and a half. We got along great at first. Similar schedules, fun to hang out with, and we mostly respected each other's space. The only problem? Cleaning. From day one, I ended up doing most of the chores. Not because I'm obsessed with a spotless apartment, but because Jenna would leave dishes in the sink for days, let hair pile up in the shower drain, and act like crumbs just disappear on their own. At first, I thought she'd catch on if I quietly handled things, like she'd see me cleaning and eventually pitch in. She never did. I started to feel frustrated when I realised she wasn't even trying. If I didn't vacuum, it wouldn't get done. If I didn't wipe down the counters, they'd stay grimy forever. I tried to address it gently, suggesting we trade off tasks or asking her to grab the mop sometimes. She always agreed with a cheerful, "Oh, for sure," and then nothing changed. The breaking point came when I overheard her on FaceTime telling our mutual friends that she was the one keeping the place running. I was in my room, and she was casually chatting about how exhausting it was to be the only one picking up the slack at home. She even told her mum she was the reason the apartment stayed livable. I was stunned. That night, I jokingly asked if she really thought she did all the cleaning. She laughed and said, "Well, I do my part." That's when I decided I was done. If she truly believed she kept the place together, I figured she could prove it. So I stopped cleaning completely. Dishes piled up. The bathroom sink turned into a toothpaste disaster zone. Dust bunnies became dust wolves. And I waited. At first, Jenna didn't notice. Then, about a week in, she casually said, "Wow, the place is kind of a mess." I just said, "Yeah, weird." Right. She wiped down one single counter and went back to scrolling on her phone. Another week passed, and the mess kept growing. One night, she finally knocked on my door and asked, "So, are you planning on doing the dishes?" I looked at her and said, "Oh, I thought you were the one keeping things clean." She got defensive, saying she does clean, just in a less obvious way, and that I was being petty. I told her I figured she'd keep doing what she claimed she'd been doing all along. She rolled her eyes and said I was making things uncomfortable for no reason. I don't love living in filth, but I also refuse to keep cleaning so she can act like she's the responsible one. But now, I'm wondering if I took it too far. Should I have handled it differently? Am I the jerk for letting the apartment fall apart just to prove a point?